Adam, your line really set the tone early on. Connor with that forecheck and the steal that led to your first one. Take me through the second goal, though, and just the play right beside the net.
I was more of the same. Heisey made a great play out of the corner and tried to bring it to the net. He just tried to get some position and in my head, just try to get it to that far side of the net. So I thought it was a great play by him, and then just trying to get an ugly one in front.
Evander, tonight's game seemed to kind of blueprint for how you like to play. It was intense. It was the most physical first period for sure, I think, of any playoff game. Kind of easier for you to get into a game like that, or more up when everybody's running around, hitting everybody as much as we saw in the first?
Yeah, I think it drags our team into a bit of a fight early. I think we obviously want to have a good start. It gets our crowd involved. It gets everybody feeling good, and from a hockey's perspective, it wears other teams down, and it keeps guys on their toes out there. And I think we got some turnovers off of that. We were able to create some offensive opportunities, and we didn't take our foot off the gas, which was good.
Adam, can you comment on the performance of Stuart Skinner, especially when the game was in the balance on the PK and that sort of thing?
Yeah, he was great. We got all the confidence in the world in him. It was big to see him come back last game after being off for a little bit. I thought he played a great game, and he turned around again and did it tonight. He made huge saves when we needed it. You could see last game, you see the confidence with him is there. Like he was playing the puck, hung on to it for about 10, 15 seconds, and it was great to see him get rewarded with the shutout tonight.
Vander, you spent a lot of time late in the season skating a little bit extra. Just a thought on the two guys that came in the lineup and that you need. You're not just going to be able to play 18 skaters all the way through the playoffs. What'd you think of what you guys saw to Kapanen and Stetch tonight?
Yeah, I thought they were really good. I thought, they'd been out for a little bit, and they came in and fit seamlessly in our lineup. I think, Stetch was solid back there, and Cappy with his speed was closing on guys quick, getting on the forecheck, and making some nice plays. So good performance out of both those guys.
Evander, was the goal to get in the grill of Aiden Hill tonight? You were there, lots of players were, and he was getting very upset.
Yeah, I mean, I think we take pride, and we know it's tough to get to Vegas's net. They have two D-men there that just kind of stand by the net the entire time, so it's hard to get inside, and you have to battle to do that. And I don't know if we were purposely trying to get in his head or get to him, but he seemed to be taking some slashing penalties against us, or not penalties, I guess, but some slashes against us. And it's tough to avoid contact when you're getting cross-checked into them. So we want to go there hard and play within the rules and not have goals disallowed. So that's important.
What car did you drive to the game tonight?
Rolls Royce.
More muscle car game for you though tonight?
Yeah.
Adam, is there anything else you would want to see out of the guy sitting beside you? Seemed like he was kind of in the mix in every kind of capacity that you'd want, eh?
Yeah, I mean, from every standpoint, I think we talked about playing with energy right off the bat, and Kane gets in there, mixes things up, and other guys are following suit, just shift after shift. So I think for us, you want to play on that line, and we ended up with a few more penalties in the first than them. But I thought we did a good job. Our penalty kill stepped up, did a good job killing those off, and we continued to push that line and play with energy and from start to finish tonight.
Vander, is there something about Vegas that kind of brings something extra out of you? Is there something about them?
Well, I mean, I've played against them lots in the playoffs. They're a good hockey team. I've been on some good hockey teams, obviously, in the playoffs playing against them, and I've had, back in San Jose, we had a big rivalry, so, that's kind of somehow carried on to Edmonton now, and, they're a tough opponent, and they play hard, and, you have to play hard, so that kind of stuff happens.
Evander, I know you have a lot of belief in yourself, and you felt like you could come in and contribute, but 4 goals, multiple assists here, 9 games in after being off for over 10 months. Is this what you envisioned, that it'd be this good and maybe seamless for you to get back in, or have you surprised yourself at how well you've played?
I don't know if I had confidence. I didn't really have any set expectations. Am I surprised? No. but I didn't necessarily have any expectations. But, I thought, feeling good and healthy and able to kind of do what I need to do physically on the ice, I thought I would be able to give myself a better opportunity than I did last year. So that gave me confidence.
Adam, this is, it's a Canadian market. It's a tough place to be a goalie. It's a really tough place to be a goalie when you lose your job and, it's not going great. Do you guys get a sense of, what it's like to be Stu Skinner in this market? And are you happy to sort of, see him have a good night like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see him come out of that and just be him. There's pressure. We all face pressure, but to be a number one goalie in a market like this, and there's probably extra pressure, and it comes from all angles, I'm sure. And to see him, struggle and Picks goes in, plays great, and we get on a run, and then, you got to be ready. And he did his job, when he wasn't playing. You could see him in the room every day working, and I'm not in their meetings, but I don't think he changed anything in his game. You just work on what you need to work on to be ready when you need to be ready. And sure enough, comes along an injury, you're right back in there. So again, it's just another guy being plugged right back into the lineup where you can't skip a beat. So I think the mental aspect of being a number one goalie is probably above and beyond any other position, and he does a great job with that.